Hello everyone, Mimikins here. Today I'm going to share with you my builds I used to defeat the arch-tempered Xeno'jiiva. I'm going to show a ranged build on heavy bowgun and a melee longsword build that could be adapted for other melee weapons. These are by no means speedrunning builds, but should be more than enough to get the quest done in a reasonable time while making the fight easier without relying on cheesy builds or RNG. I'll start off with my heavy bowgun. I'm using the Tarth Assault Support as my gun with 1 shield, recoil and ranged attack up as my custom mods. You can go with 2 shield, 1 recoil also. I do recommend keeping in the 1 recoil to have both a faster fire rate and reduced vulnerability time when your shield won't activate. If you don't have this weapon, the next best craftable gun is the Mega Armorskin. If you're new to heavy bowgun, the shield mod allows you to auto blow up when you're facing the direction of an attack and not in an animation like reloading or firing. HPG sounds intimidating at first, but the hardest part is organising yourself beforehand. In this build you'll be mainly using piercing ammo level 2 and 3, so make sure you bring ingredients to craft more ammo on the go so you don't run out. I've put mine on the radial menu for easy access, but you can use the standard crafting menu also. Just point your character in the monster's direction and it should block incoming attacks while you craft. Forecasters are very useful here as there's no way to return to camp without dying in the event you should need to top up supplies. This build absolutely requires the skill guard up to block dangerous attacks like Xeno's beam. I know not everyone has been lucky with this duel, so I will include a second build for those who lack it, which is also friendly for those just starting arch-tempered monsters and may not have obtained the previous event armors. So this is my heavy bowgun currently. The critical boost I would change for a mind's eye duel, which would increase my critical firing range. But this duel has been refusing to drop for me, so I've got a critical boost in for now. But even then, when I was playing solo, I was able to mostly keep in critical range by moving while firing. However, if you have the duel, I suggest using it. There is a bit of flexibility in the build. The attack duels could be changed for extra utility. You can also replace the maximum might for tremor resist if you feel you need it, but personally I find using the heavy bowgun I would either block the tremor or be far enough away for it to not affect me. Just don't be too greedy with attacks and you should be fine without it, but the option is there if you wish. Heat Guard is amazing for this fight as it stops you taking any damage while standing in the molten fire, which is one less thing you have to worry about, especially on heavy bowgun, which is slow moving and sometimes has obscured ground vision when aiming. I was able to complete this solo first time easily. It took less than 12 minutes while playing more cautiously, but I'm sure I could reduce that time further. This is my budget build for players who lack the rarer duels and arch-tempered event armors. You can probably tweak a few things here and there if you have obtained some of the AT gear, but I wanted to have a set that was friendly for most people. Remember, you can use Mega Armorskin if you don't have Culve's Tarth Assault Support. If for whatever reason you don't even have the Culve Tarth armor, there are some similar hands from Zora Magdaros that has the ammo up skill. It's particularly nice for both these guns as it gives 2 extra bullets per clip for piercing ammo. Let's move on to my melee builds. I made 2 builds for this one also, one more DPS focused with some utility skills and the other offering more survivability. I've used the Empress Sword Sticks as it's very versatile and keeps white sharpness longer thanks to Razor Sharp. Tarth Swordfire is also a decent longsword if you're lucky on getting it, which I haven't been so far. This build has 100% affinity on weak spots, capped critical boost, and some good survival skills for the fight. Tremor resist is a very potent skill set to take. It has a twofold effect on your gameplay. The first being survivability, so you're not locked in animation and potentially take fatal damage at a bad time. And the second in the form of a DPS increase, as your character won't be stumbling around drunk, giving extra opportunities to lay in with some combos. Heat Guard again lets you DPS without worrying about standing in the molten lava, which can quite often fill the whole arena. It's almost essential if you want to keep up on DPS. Fire Mantle works also but has limited upkeep, so I prefer just having the skill in the build. It makes life easier and allows you to take different mantles or boosters. The next build has even more survivability if you feel you need it. It is less damage than the previous build, but what good is DPS if you've fainted and are sitting back at camp? Mushroommancer level 3 is a nice skill to have as it allows you to eat mandragoras, which is basically a max potion and you can carry 10 of them. They are also faster to consume than your standard potions and mega potions. Mushroommancer jewels can be quite elusive. I only have 2 of them, so I need to use the Doberban braces to reach level 3. If you lack Mushroommancer jewels, you can replace with speed eating, which is much more common, and still benefit from the extra heals from the blue mushrooms. I hope these builds might help you to defeat the Arch-Tempered Xeno'jiiva. Piercing shots has been very underused in Monster Hunter World, but Xeno gives it a place to shine, as well as letting you keep at a distance to make it easier to avoid attacks. Let me know what builds you used to beat it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, please support the channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.